Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about my weight loss journey. Every question that I ever got about weight loss, I am going to try and answer that in this video. So if you want to know how I went from this to this, please keep on watching. What was my starting weight and what is my current weight? So my starting weight was 98 kgs and currently I'm sitting at 57 to 55 to 57 kgs depending upon every other factor. What is the pant size that I wear? Okay, so when I was fat, I think my highest was 46-inch waist I used to wear, and right now I'm somewhere in 26, 28. Why was I overweight? Okay, now you have to know a little bit about my background. I always was a chubby kid. Okay, I was never thin. I was never that S size. I was never that. So I was always chubby, but I was never as fat. I think I really started to gain weight. I think I went to 3XL, 4XL and 5XL somewhere around 7th standard. I think 2014-15. I think 2015 was my heaviest. I was 98 kgs. As I said, in 2007, I was diagnosed with thyroid, hypothyroidism, in which you gain weight. And then in 2015, I was diagnosed with PCOS. And my dad is also, he is also fat. So I always thought that it's a hereditary issue for me. And it somewhere was also, I feel, because I was never a person who ate too much. I was never a person who had so much of a eating problem, like that I had issues with diet and stuff. The only issue I think what I had was when someone said, no, you cannot have that, I'm going to have that. So I think that was somewhere issue. With that, I was in a lot of denial also, and I was always thinking like, I'm supposed to be fat, I'm meant to be fat, my dad has it, so I'm supposed to be fat. So that was one of the reasons why I was overweight for so long. What inspired me to start my weight loss journey? I always wanted to lose weight. Okay, the moment I got thyroid, I went to gym for the very first time in 2007. I still remember that day, and because I did not want to actually work out. I did not want to do exercise. I did not want to do all that thing. And not that I did not want to lose weight, but I actually felt very self-conscious of exercising in front of others. And the reason behind all of this was, now if you are fat, there is some kind of mockery that follows. With me, I think except for, I can count like 4 or 5 people on my hand, except for those people and my mom and my sis apart, except for these people, everyone mocked me, everyone made fun of me, everyone, I was like a object to ridicule. I used to hate going to school. That was one of the worst experience of my life. I know people love school, I know people are like, oh my god, school days. I am like, thank god those days are behind me, because I met so many. Now I went to a girls school, okay, that too. So there was so much more judgment, there was so much more ridicule. I do remember there was a time when a girl was laughing at me just by the way I was walking. And now that I think about it, it's quite funny that I let those things affect me and made me miserable, because obviously as a teenager you don't understand why is that person telling you that thing, why is it okay for you to not react, why is it okay for other people to have other opinions than you. And eventually, even in classes and everywhere I went, there were people making fun of me. There were people like that. I'm not saying that all of them were like that, but yeah, there were a lot of people like that. So I actually was very tired in 2007 itself, that my mom also told me like, okay, let's start with gym. I did start, but I hated it. I felt like, this is the punishment I am paying for, so that these people won't make fun of me anymore. And because I couldn't focus on one thing in those years, so I started in 2007, and I gave up so many times, because I never really understood what is the mechanism of losing weight. I really gave a shit before, like why you're supposed to lose weight. This is the reason why you're supposed to, how you lose weight. I didn't know anything. So I just gave up a lot of times. In 2015, when I was diagnosed with PCOS, my doctor told me that if I did not take care of my weight, if I wouldn't be able to conceive. That was there was another big eye opener for me. After that, I was like, I'm not going to do anything that is going to make me miserable anymore. Like up till that year, I think for majority of my life, I heard what other people had to say about me, what other people's opinion were of me. I just wanted to feel better. I just wanted to feel better. I was miserable in my old body. I was miserable thinking that I cannot lose weight. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. I just wanted to be a normal girl at that time. Like, I just wanted to be a person who doesn't have to go shop in 3XL every time she wants to get a shirt. I just wanted to be someone whose size is available everywhere. I started my weight loss journey again for like nth time this time. What was my start date? Now, I started my weight loss journey in 2016, 24th March 2016. How long did it take to lose weight? For me, it took approximately 2 years, from 98 to 55. So like I lost roughly around 40 kgs and just under 100 pounds. Now, how did I lose weight? Okay, the biggest hurdle that I had with me was to get to exercising. I hated exercises, and I was legit one of those people, and I still am till this day. I hate running. I hate walking. I hate it. I seriously don't like it. So I always thought like that is the gym, that is the physical exercises that we have to do to, get in shape. But regardless, gymming was one of the most difficult part for me. So what I did was, even before starting to regulate my eating patterns, I made a point to go to gym every day. So the time that I picked was in the noon, in the afternoon, when most gyms are empty. So I wouldn't get self-conscious while working out. That was my big plan at that time, so that if no one sees me working out, no one can make fun of me. But yeah, I started going to gym in the afternoons, and I decided that since I didn't know any kind of exercises, I did hire a trainer. And the only the only task that I had of that day was to do whatever my trainer says initially. So that is where I started. And for the diet, I did a lot of research. On how people actually lose weight. What is the science behind it? Like, what are we losing by we say like weight? What is the weight? So since we wanted to lose fat, then I did all the research about how you're supposed to lose fat, and I found out about calorie intakes. I found out about calorie deficit. I found out about different kind of diets, what each diet is, and I picked low carb diet for me. Now the reason that I picked low carb diet for me was, I did not want to do keto, because I had seen since I was 98 kgs, I did not want have like a lot of loose skin to deal with once I'm done with my weight loss journey. So I wanted to take a little bit slower approach. Keto was a little bit too extreme for me. So I think by the end of 4th or 5th month, I was at a good diet. I was at a good protein intake, high protein intake and low carb diet. Up till then, I was just doing calorie deficit. I was just doing 200-300 calorie deficit every day. Now that is a 25% cut from my then body weight. Brought all of these changes very gradually, and I picked my priorities where it was what I need to maintain my sanity. I actually strategized it in a way that it never felt like a burden to me, like something like, oh shit, I have to do this. It never felt like a burden to me, because weight training and strength training was already very new to me. I never did that in my life. I did not even know anything, like I didn't even knew 90% of the exercises. That is where I started. What kind of workouts that I did before when I was trying to lose weight? When I initially started, I think for a good month, I only used to do stretches, the same PT. That is the only thing that he used to make me do, because I was so big that, to try something else, there might have been an injury issue or something like this. I don't know why he just made me do stretching for like a month or two. And then it was 3 days of weight training and 3 days of cardio. And my splits used to be like, one day it used to be leg day, then back and biceps and chest and triceps, and then my cardio days I used to do abs. So that was my split that time. I used to work out, I think 3 hours, 2 3 hours minimum. And before you go, oh my god, 2 3 hours, guys, I had asthma. I still have asthma. So I had to sit myself down. I had to calm myself down so not to get an attack again and again. I was on high progression. I used to up my weights. It felt so good that I could lift that. Because guys, initially it was all fear for me. When I started doing that, when I started actually lifting heavy weights and stuff, it was a rush for me, it was a very good rush for me, like I can live this thing. But I eventually fell in love with the process. It never felt like a burden. Sometimes it was just a relaxation for me. I kid you not. Eventually it turned to be that. How long did it take for me to see results? When I started, I think for 3 4 months, I could see it on the scale. I could see it in my inches, like 1 inch gone from here, 1 inch gone from my stomach and stuff. But I never really saw a very drastic or very much of a noticeable difference, because guys, I was 98 kgs. Okay, after 4 months I saw a photo of mine. This was taken in my sister's wedding. Thought that I lost face fat. Then we noticed my shoulder. It went gradually, but yeah, it was noticeable after 4 months. Till 4 months it was nothing. How did people treat you when you were fat? I think I already covered this. It was not that pleasant with me. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and be like, yeah, it's fine. I also don't think it was fine in any ways, but it's okay. It says more about them than it did about me. As I realize it right now, so many people were sad and depressed in their own life that they felt good or to bring me down, to bring already the person who has some kind of issue, to put that person down. So it says more about them. It does not say so much about you. The only issue that I had then more was I used to let those things inside my head more. I used to believe what they are saying. I used to feel guilty for eating. I used to feel miserable. I used to feel unworthy of anything because of those words, because of those things that they said. It was miserable, but then it's okay. I had to go through that to understand that, you should not let so much negativity inside you. Doesn't help anyone. What were the places where I lost weight first, and were there any weird places? I think the very initial part where I lost weight was my face, my shoulders, my calf. I think the weirdest place that I did not expect to lose weight was from my toes and that. Like, I went down a shoe size, not a shoe size, I went down 2 or 3 shoe size. I was 39 before and I'm like 36 right now. What was the thing that worked for me the most in my weight loss journey? I think it was HIIT, high intensity interval training. I think that is one of the fastest way that you shred. I did that a lot. I used to do all that every time. Even as a warm up, I used to do as a finisher, and then on my cardio days, I used to do a 20-30 minute sesh of that. So in HIIT, it's supposed to be doing 15 seconds and 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds. What used to happen with me was I couldn't maintain that 30 seconds because of my asthma issue. To do 15 seconds, 45 seconds, 15 seconds, 45 seconds. So that is the reason my HIIT intervals were like a little bit more than what you might need. I think HIIT worked amazing for me. I think low carb worked for me because I saw results very fast. I used to sip a lot of green tea also. Now, it's not a fad, okay? It has scientific reasons why it is good. Because I was doing so many other things also together, I think three things were like the home runs for me. HIIT, I think green tea, a lot of green tea I used to have, and low carb diet. In retrospect, do I think that weight loss was difficult? Yes, it was difficult. It's not supposed to be easy. It was never supposed to be easy. I never even thought that it will be easy. So it was difficult, but it was amazing. It was a world that I never knew about. The knowledge that I have as of now about weight loss, about diets, about training, please give me that freedom to design everything according to me. And I have always believed that not one kind of diet works for everyone. Everyone needs their own diet to maintain that consistency. So yeah, I know so much about everything. It was difficult at times. It was so difficult. I think I've cried in gym 2-3 times. Not many people know this, but I have cried in gym 2-3 times because I was working my ass off and I couldn't see anything. I learned so much even about myself, like how strong I am, how disciplined I am. It gave me so much knowledge which now I can share it with you. What were the things that I tried before trying gymming and gymming and healthy eating? I did try Herbalife. I tried Sauna Slim Belt. If anyone saw Telebrand, you know what it is, okay? I tried that. I tried some steam machine which can, drop 5 kgs at instant.
2 hours later.
I fell for all of that. What tips that I can give you right now to start losing weight? The only way that you can lose weight if you do it for your own self. So get your mind in check first, that why are you doing this? And second thing, I would say, don't set unrealistic goals, or only set a long-term goal like, okay, you want to drop 10 kgs, you want to drop 5 kgs, you want to drop what is the total number of kgs that you want to lose. Or I would say, just don't set any goals at all. Just start. Take it one day at a time. Do your diet, do your exercising, and that's it. Do your job every single day. That is the biggest tip. Take it one day at a time. Give your body time. You did not gain so much weight in 4 months, in 2 months, in 1 year. So at least give your body that much time. Working out and healthy eating together, and then see if you don't see any result. Third thing would be to not run for like the fad diets and the quick fixes, but to run for consistency. So I wanted to share something with you all. I actually never went to any dietitian for my diet. And the reason that I did not go was I did not want someone to tell me that I cannot eat this, I cannot eat that. I am telling you this to make you understand you don't have to completely give up the things that you absolutely love. I absolutely love my breakfast. I love tea. I need tea to maintain my sanity throughout the day. So I made it healthier. It's okay if you say, see, that diet I won't be able to do. I cannot do this. But when I say that, you are allowed to say that, okay, you cannot do this, so you'll eat the same thing and then you'll expect to lose weight. No. You need to correct your bad eating patterns. But that doesn't mean that you need to give up everything out of your life. It's okay if you cannot do keto, you cannot do Atkins, it's okay. As long as you are in calorie deficit, you will lose weight. Okay, so try and pick what suits you the best. I have seen people getting tremendous results from intermittent fasting. Now I cannot do intermittent, not that I cannot do, but I should not be doing intermittent fasting because I already eat very less in every meal. I cannot eat too much together. That is my body type. Okay, that is my personal body type and issue. Make sure you understand your body's need first and making diet according to it. Okay, and if you have any issues, let me know, get in touch with me, I can help you with that. That is one of the main area I work with my clients also. Don't try to follow someone else's diet, it will never work for you. So run towards consistency, what you can do for the rest of your life. Not for 2 months, not for 3 months, not for 4 days. I think this is the fourth tip. You cannot take too much away from your body. Never think that you are giving anything up. You are just eating according to your plans. You can still have that pizza, you can still have that burger. Have a cheat meal, okay? Have a cheat day. Keep a day where you just relax and you don't do anything. As long as you're doing it in moderation, it's okay. 6-7 days you've got to eat according to your plans, you've got to eat according to your diet. I actually hate using the word diet because now that I've been doing it from so long, it doesn't even feel like I am giving up anything. There are weeks where I don't cheat at all and there are weeks where I cheat twice. Keep everything in check, be accountable for that. Also, one of the tips that I would give you is tracking calories was one of the biggest eye opener I had in my fitness journey. So you can download this app called MyFitnessPal that you can find out how much calorie you are eating. Now that is not going to be an accurate number, but it will give you sort of perspective on how much you are eating, and it also shows you how much you'll lose weight if you keep doing at it. So that's like a little bit motivator. What kept me motivated while I was losing weight? I wanted the results so bad that was the biggest motivation of all time. I was 98, but I could see myself as 55 or 54. The second thing that motivated me more when I actually was losing faith, I saw so many people on YouTube and on Instagram, like Fat Girl Fed Up. Lexi, she lost, I don't even remember how much she lost. She like 150 pounds or something she lost. That was so motivating for me. I was like, oh my god, if she can do it, I can try at least. I can try to do it. So it was Lexi, it was Get Fit with Jessica. I mean, these people are so amazing and transparent with everything that they show. So I was so happy to find these people, and I think that is the similar thing that I'm doing right now. I want to be one of that person for you that you see and be like, okay, she did it, I can try, I can do it. I want that kind of transparency with you where I can tell you like, okay, these things work, these things doesn't work. Whether it be skincare, whether it be makeup, whether it be fitness, any kind of reviews also, because I understand, even I have been that person who has fall for these scams. I wasted my money and I am trying to protect yours. I think one of the biggest motivator for me right now is seeing those people who message me. Okay, I think one of the girls messaged me saying how I changed her life because she never even thought that she'll be able to lose weight, and she dropped like 6-7 kgs just by coaching. I had not even given her the diet and the training. She did not buy it yet, she didn't need it because she made it herself. It is amazing, it makes my day. I'm smiling all day when I hear from you how you used it, if you liked it, if it worked for you. It is just a boost of motivation every single message that I get. It's not just about fitness. In any way, when I can be a help to you, that is a victory for me. With that, Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, if this video has helped you in any way, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't already, come follow me on Instagram also. I do post a lot of tips and tricks here and there on my Instagram stories and on my posts, so you don't miss anything. And with that, thank you so much for watching.